I think it's about time we begun, don't you, my little lovelies? Yes. I think it's time for a little bit of fun with Alan. Say hello to Alan on the Tardis Wiki Roulette, episode 17. Oh my, what a good one it's going to be. Hello all. Say hello to Alan. Yes, hello Alan. He is ready to spin already, but if you have things you would like to add, please feel free to add them. We're all welcoming. All hail the wheel! Indeed, on this Thursday edition of Tardis Wiki Roulette. Feel free to take a look at the Q&A if you so desire. I'm very interested to see what the answers are to this one. I will print them up and put them up on my wall at the end of this, I'm sure. Konnichiwa Senpai is shot with a thermonuclear bomb. Oh dear. Wonderful. Right, let's give it a little spinneroonie. No time like the present, right gents? Woo! Yeah! Is it gonna land on travel through time and space exhibit? Oh, it looks like it's double bubble today. I'll have a look at that on the results in a second. We can do both of those. A roaring start over here at Tardis Wiki Roulette. And let me just get it working real quick. Travel through space and time exhibit. Yes! Landed right on it! And we are good to go. Right, let's just pop the TardisWiki Wiki up there. Hey! And yeah, I think we are good to go. Add the forest back if you came to a conclusion. I did come to a conclusion. Come into conclusions based on limited data and then making very bold, very wrong statements based on them is like the job description, basically. I'm a streamer. Travel through time and space is an immersive waxwork exhibit in the London branch of Madame Tussauds, publicly opened on 19th of July 2024 under license from BBC Studios. The main thing I remember from when this was announced was people on, it was either Twitter or Facebook, let's be honest, they're basically the same thing at this point, but they were basically being like, oh, how come London gets all the fun stuff? We never get anything here in Runcorn. And I thought that was very funny. Tried to contact some people about the stream. You all voted for this. I all told you about this. Let's go. Contact the people about the stream. Light the beacons. And I will continue until then. How come the UK gets all the fun stuff? But people forget. It's funny because like then the US gets something and UK people are like, oh bloody Yanks getting all the good stuff. Being a Brit is hard. The BBC loves London and the North. That is true. Being a Brit is hard. The Yanks get Doctor Who before us. I mean, they bought it. I'm sorry. It's an American show now. It was Britain's only remaining worthwhile cultural export, but it's ours now. It's been claimed. They basically tell us to go fuck our, if it's from the Midlands or down south, they basically tell us to go fuck ourselves. Yep. We get it exactly the same. I know, but like people get very defensive about the fact that Americans get Doctor Who now too. Did you know that before Russell T Davies come back, no American had ever watched Doctor Who, ever? It just wasn't heard of around here. It was like being introduced to like a new spice. Should it have had over a decade of austerity? Skill issue. Let's look at the publisher's summary. Calling all Whovians! The TARDIS has landed in Madame Tussauds, London, and so is Ncuti Gatwa as the Doctor. Ncuti Gatwa plays the Doctor in Series 14 of BBC's Doctor Who. Come face to face with the newest Time Lord in one of his signature looks from the series. Prepare to travel through time and space in our life-size TARDIS, alongside the newest Doctor. Are you ready to step into the Whoniverse? Well, I certainly am. I want to get shot by a Dalek, or like turned into a skeleton by Sutek's Dust of Death. That sounds very exciting. Let's go! So Sheldon Cooper transcended the planes of physical existence and appeared in Britain. What? What? What happened there? Oh! Isn't he like Canadian though? 50-50 odds he's Canadian, I don't know. I'll put Eric Cartman on the wheel though, I saw that. There we go. The Big Bang young Sheldon, he's a Whovian, the Big Bang Theory spin-off. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that my joke conflicted with Big Bang Theory fucking canon. Shoot me now. He's American? Cool. Good on him. Okay, we should probably... Pretty sure the actor is Texan as well. Wow. Wow. How many UKs do you think you could fit inside Texas? There's a question for one of you to Google. I'm quite curious about the answer to that. How many UKs is one Texas? Because I'm pretty sure the UK is about the size of Alabama, which is a fun fact. Right, let's keep reading this article. Against the skyline of Doctor, the 15th Doctor welcomes an individual into the TARDIS to adventures untold. Tower Bridge, Unit HQ 122 Leadenhall Street and the Gherkin are visible in the skyline of London. The Doctor is wearing his leather trench coat, a zip-up polo cardigan, blue trousers and trainers. He is also wearing 2 silver necklaces, several rings, and has nail tattoos. Note, this exhibit was first announced on 2nd of May 2024 on the official Madame Tussauds website. Beginning in July 2023, Ncuti Gatwa worked with the artists at Madame Tussauds to collaborate on the waxwork's pose and expression. He met with the tram again in 2024 to give his final seal of approval. Showrunner Russell T. Davies, I've never heard of him before, visited the exhibit before opening. The skyscraper version of Unit HQ was first seen in The Star Beast. This also implies that the story is set sometime after 2003. The costume worn by the Doctor is from TV. Space Babies! It's good. It's good. I love it. Could be wrong about that. I feel like you're probably right about that. And either way, how many UKs are there in Texas? Find out. Give me that information. I need to know. It's important. What was the other one? Let me check, let me check the... Oh no! What just happened there? There's a fly on my screen and I was trying to get it off and my screen just went like, whoa! That wasn't very nice. That wasn't very pleasant. I don't like that happened. I don't want it to happen again. So I'm just going to keep these bad Larrys to myself. Friendship is universal illustration. Okay. I will put that in. I'm going to have to check the Q&A in a minute. I thought you would all appreciate the question. Alright, results. Forrest meet the 13th. Oh my god. Is this the one from is this also the Madame Tussauds one? Let's find out. Alright. Forrest was visited several times by the 13th Doctor during her life. A set of ruins was located in the forest. A rusted wheel was propped up against one of the crumbling walls. At one point in the 13th Doctor's life, she visited the forest, approaching a set of ruins. The TARDIS key appeared in her hand as her TARDIS materialized. At another point in her life, she visited the forest as an individual traveled to the ruins, passing her sonic screwdriver that had been placed on a boulder. The TARDIS materialized next to the Doctor, who introduced herself. According to another telling of this account, the individual passed Dan Lewis while being stalked by a weeping angel. It's good, guys. It's good stuff. Oh dear. In the Daft Dimension, as part of an extended trailer, the 13th Doctor walked through the forest and neared her TARDIS, having stolen apples from an orchard. An enraged owner chases her into the TARDIS, fed up with the constant theft by the Time Lords. The forest in the Daft dimension. I just see this dialogue. Is that meant to be... That's meant to be like a West Country gentleman, right? So I'd be like, "Oi, get off my lad! I'm fed up with you Time Lords coming over my orchard and scrumping all my apples!" Be something like that, yeah? The Forest debuted to Meet the 13th Doctor and was seen in various promotional images. Iris Wildtime once received a postcard depicting the 13th Doctor in a forest with some rusty metal in it. She initially assumed Panda had regenerated, but her companion Andrew told her after losing her signature that it was from the Doctor. Fun fact about me, I've seen the Wurzels live 5 times. Anyway, let's go. Let's just look at another one. Let's spin the wheel again. Why don't we spin the wheel again, gents? Does everyone want to spin the wheel again? Should we spin the wheel again? I don't know. I literally am incapable of making decisions on my own, so I'm gonna need help with this. Fuck it. See what it lands on this time. Minecraft, it appears. Yes, Minecraft in universe. In universe, even. It's gone now. It's been taken off the wheel. Forever. Ha ha ha. Alright, let's take a look. Zero out of 10, not Greg Tech New Horizons. I'm sorry. Sorry, I couldn't fix that for you. Okay, let's get the TardisWiki Wiki up. There we go. Minecraft was a block building game which Crystal D was aware of. Oh, that's so good. That's so good, guys. 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Fuck. I think that's the quickest you guys have ever got me, isn't it? How long have... I've been streaming for 15 fucking minutes. And you got me. Okay, I'm going to read the rest of this article. I need to compost. Compost. Whew. Upon entering the Doctor's TARDIS, intending to take a trip to Barcelona, Crystal D noticed that she seems to have ended up in that block building game, Minecraft. Crystal D finds herself in a Minecraft-like TARDIS. Main article, Minecraft video game. Proud to be the creator of this page. Can everyone give Cookie Boy a golf clap for this absolute banger? Because, like, this is, unironically, this is my favorite thing ever. This is so funny. This is so fucking funny. Well done. Well done. I love it. I love it so much. Okay, we're spinning the wheel again. Oh no! I pressed the wrong thing, and now you will have to live with the consequences. Yeah! Perfect. This is this is going great. Okay, Gladiators keep you happy. Gladiators keep you happy. Let's check that out. We looked at this before, but I'll happily look at it again. That's okay. Maybe I'll come up with 1.7 new joke, and that makes it worthwhile content, right? Gladiators keep you happy. TV story. That was already one. See? You get your bang for your buck here at TardisWiki Roulette. Gladiators Keep You Happy was the name given on BBC iPlayer to a short sketch in the episode of Saturday Mashup Live entitled Gladiators and Minions. It was the first instalment of the Doctor series of Doctor Who parodies on that show, and it was broadcast on 13th of July 2024. It starred Joe Tasker as Doctor and Shireen cut Kelvin as his companion Patience. It was a crossover with BBC One reality TV show Gladiators. Doctor and Patience want to go into the European football finals, but their anti-gravity balls is more lightweight than expected. They enlist the help of the time-scooped gladiators to retrieve their balls, but things don't go to plan. Doctor is doing keepy uppies in the star shed, but he is interrupted by I remember this. What was it again? I can't remember how I'm supposed to say this. Ayo. Right? Ayo. He claims he's only got into football since England got into the European finals. Relatable. Doctor, say the letters individual. A-I-E-I-O. A-I-E-I-O. Oh, okay. Interrupted by A-I-E-I-O. I'm going to sing it now every time. Who claims that he has only got into football since England got into the European finals. Doctor reports that AIEIO is simply jealous of Doctor's football skills. AIEIO finds this amusing. Patience enters, distraught, saying that Doctor had promised to take her to the finals. Doctor is annoyed, saying she has made him lose count of his keepy-uppies, and so starts from the beginning, which Patience is displeased about. Worrying that they will miss kickoff, Doctor reminds her that Starshed is not just a time ship, but a spaceship, so time is no problem. What? And begins to work the controls, trying to get to the stadium in time for kickoff. In response to AIEIO inquiring if she has worked out how to work the controls, Doctor replies in the negative. Doctor also reminds Patience that he has managed to get free seats for the console. Console? Concert. The right word is concert. It's concert. Honestly, I find this whole page terribly dull, and of course it's football. I find it terribly dull as well, but then I find football terribly dull, so I mean, you know. It also sounds just like a not very funny Doctor Who parody, and it's kind of hard to like make jokes about something that's already a parody. Like if we were to cover like the Lenny Henry thing on this, it would also be like pretty dull, to be honest. Maybe not. Maybe I could find something funny to say about that. Who knows? Soccer sucks. Soccer does indeed suck. Absolutely. Yes, soccer. Soccer does suck. Yes, soccer. Soccer does suck. Right, let's take a look. A different article. I'm spinning the wheel off screen, guys. Isn't that satisfying? I think it's satisfying. I think it's satisfying as fuck. Zeno's power lock. I want to tell you another fun fact about me before I look up Zeno's power lock, which I think I've already looked up. I think I literally looked this up last week and forgot to delete it. We did this. Do you not want to do this one? We did that one yesterday. Well, yeah, alright then. Fuck it. We won't do that one then. That's fine. Fun fact about me. I have never seen The Rise of Skywalker. Not once. I've seen the memes. They're pretty funny. I've never watched it. I haven't like really watched Star Wars in like years. There's my fun fact. Anyway, let's spin the wheel. Meva fair. Interesting. Hilberta's Hostel. Me either, not because they're bad films, I just never got around to it. I mean, to be honest, it's not necessarily that it's bad films, because like most Star Wars stuff is bad, and that's speaking as someone who used to be like a die-hard Star Wars fan, and I am kind of now. I don't know, maybe I grew out of it. It just doesn't vibe with me anymore. I feel like it didn't really kind of grow up in terms of complexity with its audience. I feel like it's very comfortable in like that kind of age range, and I mean the storytelling isn't particularly complex or like interesting. Some of them are good, and some of them are good stories. I like The Mandalorian quite a lot. I thought that was pretty good. It pisses me off how much fervent, hypocritical hate that people churn around on the internet. I agree. I will say that I like The Acolyte quite a lot. I thought The Acolyte was good. And I might watch Andor now because I liked The Acolyte. Because I've heard that's also really good. But yeah, no, I just don't... I didn't like The Last Jedi very much, and then I was just like, oh, take or leave the next one, whatever. Fool me once. But I'm old enough to where I remember being disappointed by the prequels, and I remember going through all of this shit the first time around. And for me, it was like, I don't want to repeat that. It's particularly not now in my fucking 30s. No thank you. So, yeah, I don't know. Wow, how does it feel being objectively wrong? Pretty good, actually. Pretty good, because everyone's wrong about something, you know. What do you mean? What are you angry with me about now, Nahwen? What opinion of mine has upset you? That I liked The Acolyte? I thought it was a fairly decent martial arts show, too. Empire is better than TLJ, is better than Old. I didn't say anything about Empire. Yeah, The Empire Strikes Back is like one of the best films ever made, purely on criterion of like a movie. I don't know, I feel like that movie like transcends Star Wars, but they've not made anything like that since. Except for like the Knights of the Old Republic games. Those are pretty peak. Those are good. And the second one of those was read by someone who just absorbed all the Star Wars media and like fundamentally disagreed with it. Timothy Zahn is good as well. The Timothy Zahn Star Wars books are good. Most of the other old Star Wars books are bad though. You said TLJ was bad. I didn't say TLJ was bad. I said I wasn't into it. I actually think TLJ is pretty good. I just didn't enjoy it. What are you going to do with that information? Have you never watched that? Have you never like sat down and watched a movie and just been like, I like this, but I don't care for it? Has that never happened to you before? It's happened to me. Like, there's a lot of times that happens to me. Not knowing if it was all going to be ignored, so the viral catch-up video was not. Couldn't get into the Heir to the Empire series. Yeah, the Heir to the Empire series, these are the Fazan books. No, those are really good, but they're like fucking impenetrable. They're like kind of hard to get into unless you're already sold on like the whole Star Wars thing. But they're good. Dull and too long. Yeah, if you like dull and too long, they're good. I'm not, as a fervent defender of them, they are very dull. And they are very low stakes compared to like the movies. But they're fucking great if you like them. And that's the thing, like there's no such thing as like, with certain exceptions, there's no such thing as good and bad taste, really. It's just that people have different taste. And I was like 12. Yeah, no, they're like naval novels. You got to read them in like at least your 20s, I think. They're very much like more keyed towards like slightly grown up people. I mean, like half of it is just like kind of doing like form type tributes to like Sherlock Holmes and shit. I may appreciate them now, but my reading list is too long already. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. But yeah, no, they're good. They're good. I think the movie will probably be good. That's like loosely adapting it. I'm fairly optimistic about that. But yeah, I just don't really give a fuck about Star Wars anymore. I don't know. I kind of feel that way about like Marvel as well. I don't know. Franchise stuff just doesn't interest me anymore. Like I like Doctor Who. I have like an eternal loyalty to Doctor Who. But most fandom stuff now just doesn't resonate with me. I don't know, maybe that's just too much of a good thing, because I remember growing up at a time when like the X-Men all wore black leather and shit. I remember when Spider-Man, people talked about that like it was too fantastical to be made into a movie. Also, Jar Jar Binks is underrated. Kind of. He's overhated. Yes, I don't know about that one. I do like, I like Jar Jar in the Clone Wars. I've seen the Clone Wars. I like their kind of rehabilitation arc they do for Jar Jar. I just watched Deadpool 3 and it was just me, and were there no gay references at all? Was the entire thing just marketing? Yeah, no, I was talking with one of my friends about that on Twitter, actually, today, because they were sharing a clip and they were talking about, like, from their perspective as, like, a gay person, like, they don't see it at all. You know what I mean? This is just what straight dudes say. And that's kind of what I saw. It was just, like, het male, like, bravado. It was like the needle dick scene. I saw that, because I haven't seen it in the theatre yet. I will. Not gonna lie, comic book suits often look silly. I tell you what, it's about how you do it, I think, because, like, If you embrace the fact that they look silly, they look amazing. Case in point, the Peacemaker costume is one of the best comic book suits, and it looks fucking awful, and it works because it looks fucking awful. Wait, no, DP makes no pegging jokes. I hope he makes at least 4 pegging jokes, personally. Peacemaker is good. Peacemaker is good. Peacemaker is like next level good. Yeah, I'm all about stories. I just like good stories, and like, I'm one thing I'm excited. The only thing I'm really excited about in terms of fandom stuff right now is DC, because DC has got a good creative head, like, in there, and they have a massive bank of really interesting things that they can do, because it's about picking a good idea and having a good execution. You need both of those things, you know. Peacemaker's fucking fantastic though. Everyone needs to watch Peacemaker. The super comic accurate one. Yeah, go over the top with it. Exactly. He does, but they're not in the context of Wolverine and him. That is unbelievably fucking disappointing. Unbelievably. If they entirely embrace the retro campiness, it works. Yeah, I agree. I agree. I think it's also about like the personalities of the characters as well, because it doesn't work. Like, imagine if you had Peacemaker and he looked exactly like Peacemaker does, but the characterization was like all grim and stoic and dull as a brick. It wouldn't work. You would fucking hate it. Like, these characters, the costumes need to be larger than life, the characters need to be larger than life. It's kind of how I think it would work. My day is ruined and my disappointment immeasurable. Mine too, man. Mine too. That Deadpool and Wolverine movie does look pretty good though. I'm looking forward to checking it out. Should be good. What do you guys think of Doctor Doom as playing Robert Downey Jr.? Why don't you let me know about that while I read this article, and then I'll read it. Alberta's hostel was an infamous time brothel located in 27th century Vienna. Hold on. Is this the war in heaven? Is this the war in heaven? Okay, Alberta's hostel was an infamous time brothel located in 27th century Vienna, considered by Robert Scarrett to be the second only in Tales of the Lost of Foyle's House of the Rising Sun. It was located near the site of Schönbrunn Palace. It had an infinite number of rooms, each one containing a prostitute more attractive to a client than the previous. Scarrett heard rumours that if a client were to spend an eternity advancing through the rooms and refusing the prostitutes, they would eventually get a chance to copulate with a god. Scarrett first visited Alberta's hospital in his youth, where he witnessed what appeared to be his future self leaving the door of the brothel and being killed by an assassin's bullet. Later, House Lenacrew offered to engineer history so that the man the young Scarrett saw murdered was a mere duplicate, but only in return for Scarrett successfully captaining the Breakspear. After the disastrous voyage of the Breakspear after the disastrous voyage of the Breakspear was erased from history, and Scarrett was exiled from House Military for his involvement, Scarrett planned to go to Alberta's hostel, advance through the rooms until he found a woman resembling Ella Stanton, and then walk out of the building to his preordained death. Wow, that ended really dark. That started really funny and ended really dark. Unbreakable is my go-to for an example of a serious superhero movie, as it mostly subverts the superhero genre, and it's not dark and gritty, it's just a different sort of movie. So I'd either with superhero to entirely embrace the camp or think about things realistically and try not to reach this MCU-ish middle ground. I agree, that's how I feel. I feel like superhero movies work when they're either like incredibly gritty or incredibly ridiculous, and the ones that kind of meander in the middle are shit. So, I don't know. Read the BTS, I will read the BTS. I will read the BTS. The name and concept of Hilbert's Hostel are a play on Hilbert's Paradox of the Grand Hotel. I don't know what that is. I want to know what that is now. We're looking at Wikipedia Roulette. Hilbert's paradox of the Grand Hotel is a thought experiment which illustrates a counterintuitive property of infinite sets. It has demonstrated that a fully occupied hotel with infinitely many rooms may still accommodate additional guests, even infinitely many of them, and this process may be repeated infinitely often. Cool! Bye! Anyway, let's check the Q&A. And I do like the MCU for the most part. I kind of same. I like him well enough. I just don't really care for him anymore. It's like the sense of direction. It's like the sense of anticipation, of eventness for a really long time. I don't know. I like Shang-Chi. Shang-Chi was fucking tits. That was a good movie. That was a really good movie. I like martial arts movies because that's one of my hobbies outside of like Doctor Who. It's like martial arts stuff. And that was a good martial arts movie, so I liked that one. I liked the bit where he was fighting in the bus, and the dude pulled out his like camera phone and was just like, "I'm gonna record this fight," and then offer some critiques. That was like the realest shit like ever. I don't know, because there have been real world superheroes where people inspired by superhero movies just become kind of costume vigilantes. So a film about just a buff guy in spandex fighting off more than... You know, honestly, have you guys heard of Phoenix Jones? Have you guys heard of Phoenix Jones, actually? Speaking of that, the real life superhero. I want Jinhua to become more popular, Jianjia to become more popular in the West. I, personally, want more people in the West to watch more than one Korean drama a year. I really like Korean dramas. I watch them with Fee. They're good. I like how it's like really, really, really good, really well-trained actors, like acting like cartoon characters. Some of them, it's fucking incredible. I don't know. But yeah, it makes you like feel shit. No idea what Xianxia is. I need to find out now. If it's not anime and it's on DVD, I'll do it. I don't know if it's on D&D. It's not anime though. Korean dramas are like live action. Xianxia is a fantasy TV genre based on Chinese mythology and the concept of chivalrous spirit. In recent years, Xianxia dramas have become a huge pop culture phenomenon in China. I didn't know that. That's cool. I know what wuxia is. It's an even further subgenre to wuxia. Others separate them in the distinction as one is high fantasy, the other is low fantasy. Okay. That's pretty cool. I don't know. Yeah, I guess I wish that was more popular in the West. Nothing against anime, but teenagers and weebs have ruined it. Fair. I get that. I watch like older anime. I watch like stuff from when I was a kid, but I don't watch any of the new shit. Like, I grew up on Dragon Ball Z, and then I watched Yu Yu Hakusho. And Yu Yu Hakusho, I was like, okay, well, this is Dragon Ball Z. And then to me, every single show, like shonen fighting shows, every single one of them, fine, that's okay. We are all good. Hang on. Let me check the, Jesus, that shouldn't be happening. Give it a second, guys. There's some really good anime out. There are some really good anime out. Okay, my view count is going up somehow, babe. While it's buffering. Oh, what's going on? I'm happy about that. It's fine. It's going up. Come on. Come on. You fucking kidding me? What is this shit? Am I still down, babe? Oh dear. Oh god. Down to 3 viewers now. Why does it work now? Coming back on, we back. We back. Okay. Is this the new installment? What happened? What happened? Are we back? Talk to me. Talk to me, tell me. I don't know what that was. I literally have a LAN cable now. This shouldn't be fucking happening. I'm sorry about that, guys. Let's see. Let's see. Where were we? God damn it. Ugh. It's okay. It's working again now? Good. That was very annoying. That was very annoying. Thank you to those of you that stayed, by the way. I appreciate that a lot. Not fun when the connection goes down. I know it's not fun for you guys, but it's like devastating for me. So I always appreciate it when you do stay when it goes down. Those of you that choose to do so. Right, we should probably get on with the wiki then. Fuck man. What were we talking about again? Hang on. I want to know, by the way, to the people who like, because I look at my numbers and I see that like a bunch of you don't come back after I come back online, and I just want to know, like, where do you go? Like, are you just like, oh, I've had enough? Like, what is it? I don't get it. It's unusual to me. Oh, hey, I missed so much, but I'm here now. That's okay. That's okay. Right, let's take a look, shall we? At another wheel spin. Let's see. I stay as I am an Alani Bear. Well, I appreciate that. Some of us go and try troubleshooting our internet routers. That makes sense. But I guarantee that if that happens, if it goes down, it's on my end. It's not on yours. I promise. Every now and again, it's like I have a great connection, right? Like right now, I've got an alright connection. Yeah, then it just like dies. It's really weird. I don't know. Anyway, we should probably get back on with the show, shouldn't we? I will spin the wheel again. Right. pretty good. It's good. It's good. Let's take that one off because we already looked at that one. Oof. So close. So close and yet so far. Okay. Let's take a look at this one, shall we? By which I mean, let's spin the wheel again. If it lands, it's gonna... Maybe it'll land on it this time, who knows? Certainly possible. Oh my god, again?! Oh, that's good. That's funny. I'll take that off. Oh, right. Just watch Baccano if you can find it. Not a normie show. Super underrated. Incredible. Yeah, Baccano is good. You should watch Serial Experiments Lane. That's really good. And you should watch Monster as well. That one's also like pretty good. We did the Wordsmith last time, did we not? I don't remember if we did the Wordsmith last time. We did No Hot Ashes. Like Lane is great, as is Monster. Thank you. Right, let's have a look. Yeah, Lane is good. It's so good, man. It's like so good. It's like so good. One of the problems I've had with like talking to other like people in like the Doctor Who creator community is that a lot of them are like, oh, I love Bluey and Power Rangers and stuff like this, and then I come in and I'm like, have you seen Monster? So like, never destined to get along. You know what I mean? If you know, you know. Ergo Proxy is also a similar vein to this too. It's a slow burner. I haven't seen Ergo Proxy. I need to though. One that Felicia introduced me to that's really, really good is it Dot Hack? Babe? Felicia? What? Is Dot Hack the anime I'm thinking of? Okay. Dot Hack Sign is really good. You should watch that. It's very good. I like Dot Hack. So yeah, big fan of Ergo Proxy. It's probably good then. Felicia is a massive anime hipster. She watches all the good anime. So she's into cool shit though. She's not into that weeb shit. I don't know. Say My Hero Academia, that's for fucking nerds. It's got academia in the title. What are you thinking? Funnily enough, I have a massive box of anime DVDs I've been meaning to sell. Dot Hack is pretty famous. It is, and yet most people I talk to when I bring up anime, they've not heard of it. It's in that it's weird. It's in that weird space. Oddly, kind of like Doctor Who. It's the OG SAO. It makes SAO unnecessary. I've watched the first season of SAO as well. I've watched bits of My Hero Academia. I've watched bits of it. It looks like it's good. It's just not for me because I'm in my 30s. Do you know what I mean? Not terrible, but the fandom scares me. Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It scares me so much. I don't know anything about the fandom, but it's shonen trash. Yes. I like I said before, I like Dragon Ball Z. And I think after Yu Yu Hakusho, we should have gone, right, we're done with this. Can't be done better. Don't even try. It's just schlock. Yeah, I know. And I only like Dragon Ball because it's like the first one I saw. I like the characters. I'm attached to the characters. I like the fact that you get to watch these characters like grow up. From like kids to having grandkids and stuff. I think that's cool. Also, the message is not the best. The message of what? Of My Hero Academia? Isn't it like some weird eugenic shit? My Hero Academia? Like enjoyable but no real artistic merit. It depends on which one. I think some shonen has artistic merit in the sense that, like, it's good for educating kids about certain values. Some of them are like that. Like, I like Yu Yu Hakusho because there's a really, really strong message that goes through all of Yu Yu Hakusho of how important it is to, like, rehabilitate people. And how important it is, like, how it is to, like, be able to, like, forgive yourself. That's why I like it. Like, I like the character of Vegeta because he overcomes his violent nature and becomes a good husband and father. There's other people who like Vegeta because they like watching him murder people. We are not built the same. MHA, I meant. At least with Demon Slayer, the art is gorgeous. Felicia was watching Demon Slayer for a bit, and yeah, the art looked very nice. I would say, in terms of stuff that's, like, well-known and, like, shonen adjacent, I like Full Metal Alchemist. That's good. That's a good show. Particularly Brotherhood. Brotherhood's very good. Normally, in such stories, the message would be, you don't need special powers to be special, but MHA goes, haha, fuck you, kid, if you don't have special powers, you have nothing. Yeah, I know, I don't like that. I don't like that. FMA is good, very Buddhist. Yes, it is. It is. And I really like the magic system, especially Brotherhood. The original anime, like, breaks its own rules a couple of times, but Brotherhood, the equivalent exchange thing, they keep to that throughout the entire show. They, like, never deviate from that once. It's so good. It's such a good show. I don't know. Best. It's one of the best animes, to be honest, in terms of, like, mainstream action, like, anime. I've heard Code Geass is also good, but I don't trust it. Some of the Gundams are good too, but that is not shonen trash. That's a completely different, like, wheelhouse. What are you airing about? You need to be specific. It's not great. What's not great? A Code Geass? Okay. I get the vibe that Code Geass really, 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 really wants to be Death Note with mechs, and Death Note really, really, really wants to be Monster. So the clear conclusion to all of that is to just watch Monster. It's like 6 degrees of Kevin Bacon. All of them just lead to watching Monster. Did I land on something? I can't remember. No Hot Ashes? Yeah, let's do No Hot Ashes. We've just been talking about anime this whole time. You didn't read the wiki page? Not yet! Not yet! I am going to read the wiki page though. Alright. No Hot Ashes was an R&B band formed by a group of friends based in the Powell estate, including Mickey Smith. For a day in March 2005, the band was renamed after much deliberation to Bad Wolf, inspired by graffiti seen at a car park on Jordan Street. However, the name did not last as the band members decided this was bad luck after the 5th of March 2005 incident. What was the 5th of March 2005 incident? And the second half of the first season is a mess trying to set things up it doesn't have a plan for, and the second season is bad. I'm sorry. By sometime around 2002, fittest boy Jimmy Stone played the bass guitar for the group, but he seemingly quit when he had to live with Rose Tyler in a bed set. By one account, Mickey Tyler was the heart and leader of the band, before leaving Earth to join the 10th Doctor on his travels. Later on, Cleo Proctor asserted that Sally Salter had been the leader of No Hot Ashes, becoming somewhat of a local celebrity. Mickey also played the bass guitar for the group, and Big Bone Bill was able to fill in for Mickey. Other members included Sally Salter, Mook Jahasundaria, and Patrice Okereke. I always try, man. The name was called No Hot Ashes. I always feel like so horrible for myself and so horrible for the actor, because I don't want them to hear me butcher their fucking name. Like, it's awful. It's awful. I'm so terrible. I always feel so bad. The name was called No Hot Ashes, though the name was later decided to be Rubbish. That's a great name for a fucking band. What are you talking about? No Hot Ashes is a sick band name. You know, when I first saw that, my first thought was, that would be a really good band name. And I'm glad that it was, in fact, a band name. And upon the band's gig at the Brook in Camden, the members decided to relaunch the brand, as suggested by Patrice, going through many names, including Mickey and the Mooks, Family Holdback, The Byzantine Exploration, Best Day Ever, Carbon Footprint, The Dazzlers, Glitch, Bum, If, Hope of the Hopeless. These are all bad names, by the way. Bad Karma, Bad Future, Bad Timing, Bad Echo, Bad Dogs, and Bad Wolf. Bad Wolf was suggested by Sally after she saw the words graffitied on the car park on Jordan Road. It was the name that was ultimately chosen, although the band ditched it within a jet day due to them considering it bad luck following the bad gig at the Brook and the March 5, 2005 incident. Jimmy Stone was the bass guitarist in the group in around 2002. On March 5th March 2005, they had a gig at the Brook in Camden, £100 for 30 minutes. That's lucky! And if they spent the morning, it's 2005 prices, those, and they spent the morning in the kitchen of Mickey Smith's flat, coming up with a new name. They met up later at 6 PM for a sound check. That night, Mickey Smith didn't show up, as he had been taken by the Autons, and they were left to get Big Bone Bill to fill in. The performance didn't go well, as the audience was sparse during their performance, with people only showing up to see the performance of three brothers from Dulwich, and if they heard the applause for the band they'd never had in the corridor. Ooh. Ooh. After the gig, Big Bone Bill had driven the drums and kit home in his van, leaving the rest of the group to wander to the Cellar Lights bar on Old Compton Street, as Patrice knew a barmaid there who could give them a few free drinks. However, they witnessed a trio of Autons break out of a shop and brutally kill its owner, and the group fled. They were followed by a trio of Autons, who were joined by a group of childlike Autons who had pea shooters as their weapons. Jesus Christ. As the group fled down an alleyway. However, the alley was a dead end, and they couldn't escape through any of the doors as the people inside had locked them tightly shut, and they prepared for the worst as the Autons drew closer. However, Rose Tyler had defeated the nesting consciousness just at the right time, sending the advancing Autons to fall to the floor. The group then set out to raid anywhere that stocked medical supplies so that they could help those wounded. In 2002, when Cleo Proctor and Shauna Thompson entered a sandwich shop to get a coffee, they received many telephone calls from the past, one of them being from a school friend of Cleo's asking if she knew when No Hot Ashes was playing. Cleo believed that No Hot Ashes had stopped existing by that point. Cool. Did you ever read Asimov? Not yet. My chat is so fucking classy. Let's go to the wheel. I love it. I love it so much. I wanted a piece of candy. Daleks' Invasion of Earth, 2150 AD. Theatrical film. Let's check it out. While I chew on this candy. Sounds like a good plan for me. Hey, what? Hey, what? Is there a behind the scenes section? Maybe. Let's have a look. No. There is not. There is not at all. Oh, you meant for this one? Hold on. 1 second. Yeah, because I'm not recapping the whole plot of the Dalek Invasion of Earth. I will read all this stuff though. This looks interesting. Is there a behind the scenes section? I was talking about the band. There is not. There is not. Alright, let's take a look at this one. Daleks' Invasion of Earth, 2150 AD, was the second and final theatrical feature film based on Doctor Who. It was adapted from the television serial The Dalek Invasion of Earth. It stars Peter Cushing as a human scientist named Doctor Who, and also featured Roberta Tovey reprising her role of Susan. This was also Bernard Cribbin's first Doctor Who related role. 41 years later, he would be cast as Wilfred Mooch in the BBC Wales series. The film was later adapted into comic form exclusively in Argentina in the form of Daleks Invasion a la Tierra Anno 2150, printed in El Tony extra color in 2000. It's issue 400. So. Okay. Don't know why. Don't know why that was so funny. That it's got a comic but only in Spanish. For some reason that's funny. But I think it's the specificity of it that makes it funny, because specificity makes things funny. Policeman Tom Campbell stumbles into TARDIS on a normal night and ends up being taken to 2150 AD by Doctor Who. In the future, Earth seems to be deserted, but the group soon finds out that the world is controlled by the evil Daleks. The human survivors hide lest they be turned into Robomen. The Doctor teams up with the survivors to take down the Daleks. Banger movie. It's really good. I like this movie. It's good. It's a good Doctor Who movie. I don't know. It's also most people's first exposure to Doctor Who. TARDIS, it's italicized, it's the name of the ship. I know, it's just a clunky sentence. Falls into TARDIS is a clunky sentence. You feel like it should say falls into the TARDIS. You know. I wonder where the ob fucked into in the Peter Cushing universe. Question. Yeah, I don't know, I'm a sloppy fuck. You know this about me. I don't know why you expect me to change, because I'm not gonna. This film has at least 2 different spellings, and it's titled Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD, which is used as the actual film's title sequence, and Daleks Invasion Earth 2150 AD, which was used in the original film's trailer. Oh. The film's original trailer had no direct references to Doctor Who, TARDIS, or Daleks. During the course of the movie, the Daleks are heard using rels as a time measurement, which would later be used in the comics and TV series. Tom's foiling of the smash and grab marks a particular instance of time travel in Doctor Who, which is at odds with most accounts in mainstream continuity, which establish that generally a time traveller cannot go back and change their own personal history. It is of note that the earlier version of Tom would have entered the TARDIS is completely absent from this new version of the event, this event being taken by the present Tom. Good point, whoever pointed that out. Alright. Maybe falls into Doctor Who's ship known as the TARDIS would feel less clunky. Maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. I'm not sure though. Like genuinely, I'm not sure. What's the better option there? More than 40 years later, co-star Bernard Cribbins returned to the world of Doctor Who, voicing a character for the 2005 Big British Productions audio drama Horror of Glam Rock, and later making several appearances as Wilfred Mott, beginning in TV Voyage of the Damned. Philip Maddock later appeared in television stories The Crotons, War Games, Brain of Morbius, and The Power of Kroll. Though uncredited, Peter Hawkins and David Graham voiced the Daleks. Eddie Powell was later a stuntman on The Deadly Assassin. Roger Avon previously appeared as Saladin in The Crusade and Daxter in the Daleks Master Plan. Rare Crotons mention. Geoffrey Cheshire also appeared as the Viking leader in the Time Meddler, Garg in the Dalek Master Plan, and Tracy in The Invasion. Steve Peters also appeared as an extra in The Romans, an ice warrior in The Seeds of Death, a pirate guard in The Space Pirates, and a double role as an alien astronaut, and Joe Leffy in The Ambassadors of Death. Eileen Way also appeared as the Old Mother in An Unearthly Child, and Madame Carola in The Creature of the Pit. Despite a large number of Daleks, Robert Jewell is the only credited Dalek actor in the film. I can explain that one. See, what they did, right, was they took actor Robert Jewell, right, they chopped him in half, they chopped him in half again, they chopped him in half again, they did it again a couple of times, and then they put little bits of him inside all of the Daleks. That's the answer there. It's the only answer that makes sense. Certainly not a load of uncredited actors playing the Daleks in that movie, who should be very mad about not being credited. Sugar Puffs contributed to the budget of the film, and as a result, there is product placement throughout the movie. Thanks for the nightmares. What? What? Did I say something? Did I say something upsetting? The third film based on TV, The Chase. It's fine. A third film based on TV, The Chase, entitled Daleks vs. Mechons, was filmed but subsequently lost in a fire. A trailer was later discovered in the basement of a church in Northern England in 2009. Fucking Northerners! Why doesn't London get anything fun? This supposed trailer was fan-made as the graphics were too advanced for circa 1967. Producer Milton Sabotsky claimed their third film was planned based on The Chase, but there's no contemporary evidence to support this. BBC documentation exists which suggests the arrangement with Sabotsky was for 2 films only, and no negotiations for a third film ever took place. They fucking should have, though. They should have made a Chase movie, because then they could have put it out as the Doctor Who trilogy. And like, doesn't that sound fucking sweet? Anyway, when the van rams through the ranks of blue silver Daleks in the street, what some of them are not flying and destroyed are clearly seen to be completely empty casings. Oh, is this a list of production errors? Sick. Wires are visible on the Dalek saucers, and almost all shots it is flying. When the red Dalek falls down the shaft, there is a very clear shot of its base, which reveals 3 small furniture casters. What would you call the Chase movie? If we're marketing to people in like the 60s, or the Daleks Invasion Earth, Doctor Who and the Daleks Invasion Earth. The Chase with Peter Cushing as Doctor Who is genuinely a fucking genuinely possible. That's a really good question. Because you couldn't just call it The Chase. hang on, I'm typing it in the chat. In which Doctor Who is chased by Daleks. That's what I think it should be. Doctor Who on a chase through time! Oh my god! Yes! Yes, Xavier! Yes! That's so good! That's so good. I fucking love that. That is so good. Ah, Xavier, well done. Well done. It's really good. Let's see what we got here. Geoffrey Cheshire also appeared as the Viking leader and the Time Meddler. Oh, I already read that bit. I already read all of it. Shit, except for this. Observing the Dalek saucer, Doctor Who notes that it seems to be landing in the vicinity of Sloane Square. There is then a lengthy shot in which it is shown to be continuing in level flight for what seems like it must be several miles over London, before we finally get a close-up of it descending. The Dalek mine is set in bed. These candies are like fucking... They're like bricks. They're so hard to get through. I'm sorry. The Dalek mine is set in Bedfordshire. We see the encampment with high mountains beyond. Bedfordshire is a country of low rotting hills with virtually no rock. Wait, no, the Daleks were the main focus, weren't they? The Daleks in a chase through time. Yes. Not sure which marketing strategy would be most successful. The Dalek one. Yeah. No. Honestly, unironically, in the 60s, Daleks were way more popular than the Doctor was. Like, they were the iconic thing. Like, and you would play on that if you wanted the third movie to be a success. Which it would be, by the way. Can you imagine The Chase as a movie? It'd be so good. They should do that now. They should just fucking do that now, honestly, with Shooty Gatwa. Just make, like, a big budget fucking Shooty Gatwa movie and just make it The Chase. Like, honestly, that would make so much fucking money. The Chase is like the perfect Doctor Who story for like a movie, because it's basically just a road trip through time. Like, you get to go through all of these different like stock Doctor Who premises, and you just execute them really well, and it would be like a fun like romp movie. I would love a modern TV adaptation of The Chase. Seriously, it would be a really good idea. Like, I don't know. I think a movie would work very well though as The Chase. I've long felt that. And like, I'm like boring. Like, I think I once said, like, you know, if you did like a big budget movie of Doctor Who, what would you do? And I mean, the Daleks invade Earth. So what else would you do? Like, you've got to get people into the like the core iconography before you start getting weird with it. As fun as it would be to have a big budget Doctor Who movie where the Rani is the villain, you probably should play it safe. Although, I feel like even doing the Cybermen first is a bit of a risk, to be honest. Because like, Doctor Who fans forget that people who aren't Doctor Who fans don't give a flying fuck about Doctor Who. Like, they don't get it. Like, they're like, oh no, the Cybermen are iconic, the Silurians are iconic, and like, yeah, they're iconic to us because we give a fuck about Doctor Who, but to like normal people, they only care about the Daleks, and barely. So there is a reason things like Lego Dimensions and the 50th anniversary special were about Daleks. So it's a sightseeing show for new fans? Yes! Yes! Sightseeing show for new fans. That's exactly what a Doctor Who movie should be. Exactly what a Doctor Who movie should be. And I'm not talking about the Weird Zygon subplot. The Weird Zygon subplot's good. It's a good part. That's a good special. Day of the Doctor is unironically really good. The big bad of series 1 was Daleks. Yeah, it's Doctor Who and the Daleks. Like, I don't know why we keep forgetting this. I don't know why we keep acting like it's not the case. Like, from a marketing perspective, yes, you do the Daleks first, you make a big fun like space adventure movie, and then you do the Cybermen, and you make it more of like a horror, and then you do the Master, who's a subversion of the previous two villains, because they're both like mechanoid machine racers, and now here's Professor Moriarty, and then you introduce like a B-list villain who's working with the Master, or the Daleks again, if you don't feel like taking any risks. That's how you do a Doctor Who movie trilogy, and like, people have got very mad at me for saying this before, but I really don't think there's any other way to do it, and I kind of feel like you need to make a new incarnation for the movies, and have them die at the end of the third movie. This is where I'm at with it. You know what I mean? And then you just like, you imply that years of adventures have like taken place like off screen in between each movie. Seems entirely realistic, your thought. Thank you. I try to be realistic with like my thoughts. Like, I don't know, like, because a lot of people like they think about casting, and they think about like what could be done. They think about what they would want. They think about like what would be like cool, and then the thought process just ends there. Thank you, I'm glad you like it. Yeah, no, honestly, I think it would work, and I think it would bring in a lot of like new people, because we've already like, if you're making a movie series of Doctor Who, you need to look at the show as a experimental testing ground for what's worked and what would work in a movie. The Doctor regenerating at the end does mean they don't have to worry about bringing back the celebrity, introducing Tom Holland as the Doctor. Yeah! Not Tom Holland. He's box office poison for like everything that's not Spider-Man related. Not Tom Holland. I love the kid. He's a great fucking actor, but he needs to fire his fucking agent. Shooty gut with Doctor Who movies would keep me happy for decades. Me too, me too. Yeah, you could make like really like interesting, deep thematic stories, but as long as you center it with like red meat, you gotta give the audience the red meat first, and then you sneak in the interesting subversive stuff. And I'll tell you another thing too, the second one, the Cybermen one, Base Under Siege, horror story, but like on a cinematic budget. Introducing Zendaya as the Doctor, unironically would work better than Tom Holland. Unironically. Yeah, I think it would really, really work. Get fucking Robert Downey Jr. to play Doctor Who for 3 movies. Do it, Disney. I would love it if it was shooty though. And honestly, you could make that work too. You just get a human villain who's a really bankable actor. It can be done. Aquafina is the Doctor. No! Stop being a purist. You know what I want? I got 2 things. I view this stuff realistically, and I want the show to be successful for the next 100 years. My political party is Doctor Who. I want Doctor Who to succeed. And I think that there are ways to make it happen, and I think that's one of them. I don't think, let's bring back Torchwood is the way to make Doctor Who popular in the mainstream again. I don't think, let's do an 8th Doctor series, even though he's like 65 now, is the way to do like, is the way to bring mainstream fans back. You have Big Finish, you have all that stuff. And to be honest, if any Doctor, and I stand by this, if any Doctor fucking deserves a spin-off series, it's Joe Martin. To be fair, Torchwood was very popular. Yeah, during the War on Terror. Yes, it was. We don't live in that world anymore. It wouldn't play now. But non-Who fans, it's interesting to know. No, I do think you need to do spin-offs. I just think you need to angle them for mainstream people and not for like the super fans, because they'll watch fucking anything. I keep thinking about the sex gas in Torchwood. I'm always thinking about the sex gas. Some of these suggestions are great. Bruce Campbell as the Doctor. That's my outsider pick. Generally opposed to Americans playing the Doctor, because a lot of them don't know how to be the right kind of weird. I'd tell you who'd be really good. I'd tell you who'd be a really good Doctor Who. American. Donald Glover. Donald Glover would absolutely fucking smash it, because he can do the drama, he can do the gravitas, and he's also like fucking weird. So he'd be perfect. That'd be my pick for an American Doctor Who. Donald Glover. You almost forgot this is Wiki Roulette. It's not Wiki Roulette, it's just what sort of television do people like now that would work as a spin-off? While I'm spinning the wheel, I'll have a quick think about that and I'll get back to you, but I do have some ideas. Okay, you know what worked really well? You know what would make Buko bucks? Doctor Who spin-off? Crime drama, like serial killer style show, in the vein of like Hannibal. But it's Weeping Angels are involved somehow. There you go. The killer is Weeping Angels, or someone who the Weeping Angels are using as like a human weapon. And you run it for like as many seasons as you want. Bring back Class but Euphoria style, Jesus. That's what the kids are watching now. I hear Jack Reacher is very popular, so I feel like, from what I understand, that's just a show about a version of Batman that doesn't wear a costume. So create a character like that in Doctor Who and give them a show where they're just punching aliens to death. I think that would be very successful. Evie! Guys, I think you might need to start adding stuff to the wheel again, because we already did Evie. I'm spinning it again. Torchwood would unironically be very popular. We haven't done this one yet. We haven't done this one yet. I think that, right, I wanted to talk about Law & Order. I think a Law & Order style procedural, but its unit would work really well. Not Torchwood. It's less that we need to add stuff and more that stuff should go out when it's... Alright! Alright! Alright, look at you being factually correct with your criticisms. Look at you making a point on an area that I should probably improve on. Fuck you! I'm just kidding. That's a good point. Let's look that one up. Right, Esquivillians, right? Yeah, there we go. I got it. 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 And now to tease you with it. Oh fuck, it's time. Torchwood is similar enough to those cop shows people love in the US, isn't it? Not really, no. I don't think it is. It's not similar at all to Law & Order. Alright, so Law & Order, what they do in that is they always portray the characters, like the main characters, as either... There's two kinds of cop in Law & Order. There's the consummate professional, and there's like the Dirty Harry. And Torchwood is an entire team of Dirty Harrys. It doesn't work for like an American style cop show. It needs to be a bit more balanced, and the characters need to be like good at their jobs. Americans like watching shows about people who are good at their jobs. And Torchwood are not good at their jobs. And that's why if you're going to do a Torchwood show, it basically needs to be a page 1 reboot. Like how you were like, ah, fuck, that's a good point. The bad, like they like shows about people who are bad at their jobs if there's comedies. Have you ever seen The West Wing? The West Wing is like Star Trek The Next Generation, but it's set in the White House. It's like so fucking idealistic and like optimistic. That's why Unit procedural show would work very, very well, I think. A weird super serial killer horror show would work really, really well, I think. An anthology show, because Russell clearly just wants to make Black Mirror. Let him make Black Mirror, but set it in the Whoniverse. That would work incredibly well, in my opinion. You need a show for very, very young kids, and you need a show for teenagers who think the main show is lame and kind of cringe. You need one for each of those as well. I don't like modern Unit. Me too. When I say Unit, I'm basically... imagine, like... You get to completely rewrite Unit from the ground up. You know what I mean? Like, when I say Unit, I mean, like, I am imagining, like, a hot, sweaty office somewhere where people have to do, like, mid-level, like, cases and stuff. And, like, getting stabbed on the way to work is, like, a serious concern that you have to worry about. And, like, the bathrooms are filthy. I'm imagining that kind of Unit. You know, like a real workplace. That's what I want to see. I don't like modern Unit either. I don't like that they're basically the Avengers. It's stupid. So what would the new edgy spin-off be? Master? No, that just sounds like Probe on a budget? Yes! Unironically, yes. No, unironically that would work. Stephen Moffat saying Britain needs a version of what's TWW? The West Wing? No, it doesn't. The British version of the West Wing is the thick of it. I'm glad it upset insufferable people, though. The new edgy spin-off. Oh! Guys! Cast the right kind of, like, big bulky dude, like someone who can be, like, ironically funny, and make an Absom Dark show. Yeah. Do that. Make an Absom Dark show. That would be the easiest thing in the world to fucking, like, The Rock as Absalom Dark. No! I don't want The Rock anywhere near this! He takes over everything he touches, no. Who would be good? Who would be good? Who would, like, realistically do it, too? Oh! No, who'd be really good? and would definitely work for scale. Jensen Eccles as Absol Tank. The Rock is perfect. No, he isn't! Oh, yeah, he's good at ruining DC. Take a look at the Daleks and they run away screaming. Hang on. Hang on. I'm sorry I have to do this to you. I'm sorry I have to do this to you. But you should know that The Rock is now a fucking, like, anti-woke grifter. I'm sorry to have to pull that on you in real time, but no, The Rock is not perfect at everything he does. If he was, then he wouldn't have to be an anti-woke grifter. You find out live on air here. Oh my god, we need to call that. We need to come up with a name for that. Do you like Are They an Asshole? Do you like Let's Play Are They an Asshole? I need to come up with a sound effect for it as well. Because it happens a lot. It happens a lot when, like, we're watching a thing and we'll mention, like, a celebrity. And I'm just like, hold on, aren't they a cunt? And I look it up and find out that yes, in fact, they are. Live parasocial trauma. That's the kind of quality entertainment you get here at Something Blue Audio. Make sure to subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications, and now our new exciting feature, send me money. Wait, you had something like this? Yes, I did! We did it with Richard Ayoade, I think. We found out they were an arse finding terps. Yes! Yes! It needs to be a regular thing. I just need like a sound effect. What can I say but you're a bigger... Wonderful. Anyway, there's been a lot of arsing around on this TardisWiki Roulette. And like it's almost time to end. So I need to actually do some articles now. But we've had a lot of fun today. Equivalence was a standalone novella by Catch a Bigot. Welcome to Catch a Bigot. Imagine Graham Linehan, he comes home from a busy day of like furiously masturbating while he tweets about trans kids. He comes home to find me sitting in his fucking kitchen going, hey, Mr. Linehan, let's have a talk. It'd be great. It'd be great, wouldn't it? I have the pizza out and everything. See how much pizza he eats once I get to him. BBC, give me this show. Give me like $1 million. So I can make To Catch a Bigot. Pizza and a body bag. In Minecraft. See, wait, which way this goes? It would be like a... Is he a cheese pizza? Enjoy. Oh dear. You could just have like, you know they usually have like the cops outside, right? You know they have like the cops outside. I'm just gonna have like a bunch of trans kids' dads and brothers outside. And then they could take him to the pub and have a very, very nice chat. And mums, that too. Oh, they can have seconds. Love it. I don't know. Oh, I'm a Tower Hamlets boy. There's a way to solve these problems. That's all I'm saying. Ally Patrol. Ally Patrol. I know. I agree with that though. I think that as a het straight dude, I try to aggressively be an ally. Because I know that I get in a Nazi's face and they wither. So, I think more straight dudes should do the same. I genuinely do. Like, yeah, that's part of being a good ally if you're a straight dude, is being willing to get up in the fascist faces. I don't know. It's just me. It's just good praxis, you know? We're all comrades at the end of the day. Right. They are also scared of well-spoken trans... They are! That is also very true. They are terrified of well-spoken trans people. They're terrified of trans people in general, but well-spoken, assertive trans people make them piss their fucking pants. 100% fucking true. That's wonderful. I'm not sure what I am, but damn, does that guy have there have lovely hair? Good for you. That's wonderful. Whatever you are, I love and respect every single one of you. Unless you're a fucking bigot, then get off my fucking stream. Let's see. What, Tedious? I remember that time Tedious did a racism. He did a racism, didn't he? I'm pretty sure he did. Respectability politics sucks, but I am all about disrespectability politics. That's what I'm all about. I am like the I'm the blunt force object of the left, basically. It's my job to like yell at Nazis so that the adults in the room can get on with policy making and making the world a better place. I love your gender and sex. Yeah, of course, love it all. It's all about love. Love is literally what makes the world go round, my friend. Like, if we didn't have love, if we didn't have empathy, the human race would have never got beyond the fucking hunter-gatherer period. That's the true fucking superpower of humanity. I believe that wholeheartedly. I'm the eternal optimist. I believe that people are generally good, and I believe that the kind of beliefs that these people have are a fucking mental disease, and we should be giving them medication. Basically. And it's more frustration than hatred on my part. But, as we've seen in the last 2 days, the most effective, in terms of respectability politics, also respectability sucks, rudeness was invented by neurotypicals to sell trauma. 100% agree as well. Let me put it this way, okay? You know the American election? You know how, and every time if Trump would be like, I'm going to be a dictator today, Biden would have been like, the soul of America is in the power to choose, and you need to make the right choice. But like, Kamala is just like, this fucking criminal. This piece of shit right here. And I love it, and it seems like American voters love it too. So I think respectability politics is going out the window. And about time too, if you ask me. I think we should just let left and right wing politicians have fistfights. And if they're not willing to have a fistfight, clearly they're being paid by the same person. That's my politics. Have they been... I really hope that modern generations having access to freedom information will begin seeing the fearmonger as what they are. I will say that... Alright, so there's a fun fact I do know, because I do follow politics. So the new presidential campaign, the Harris one, they're a lot more aggressive about pushing... like, raising awareness of Project 2025. They've been a lot more... like, she talks about it a lot more than Biden ever did. And since then, Trump has like disavowed it and released a statement basically saying it doesn't represent them, which it does, don't get me wrong, but the fact that they've been forced to disavow it is such a huge fucking win. Like, such a huge fucking win. Calling them racist, sexist, or whatever doesn't really work. No, it doesn't. You know what works? Call them perverts. That's what works. Call them weirdos. Call them panty sniffers. That's what fucking works. Because they want to be called racist and sexist, because being racist and sexist means that they're a fucking threat. Okay? You tell them that they're a fucking shoe sniffer, okay? Suddenly, they're not such a fucking threat. That's the way to do it. I'm telling you. That's the line of attack. You need to direct the people in the other direction, unfortunately. You have to... You can't look at it as a holistic thing. the positive messaging for your own like advocacy and beliefs is one thing, but when it comes to actually taking on these people in the marketplace of ideas, you need to be hitting them with like the slam dunks. You need to be hitting them with the zingers, because that's all people fucking remember. That's all people remember. Most voters have fucking dumb cow brain. They do. Make it a conversation. Like, I wish that we could all policy wonk our way out of the problems that the world is facing, but we fucking can't. You need to get people excited. You need PR. Like, also Trump disavowed 2025. Yeah, he put out a fucking, like, long statement, though. It's a big difference between saying, I don't want anything to do with that, and saying, no, seriously, guys, we don't want anything to do with that. This is not fucking associated with us whatsoever. It is a pole shift. It is. Like, I know we've been in this cycle of, like, doomerism for a long time, and I know it's felt like we're just fucked, but we have a chance to, like, make some good happen here. I don't know. I am right, and I'm not particularly excited about it, because, I mean, she's a fucking cop. I don't like that. But I tell you what, I do like the fact that they're going to lose. I like the fact that we're going to continue to have elections, and, I mean, she's one of the most left-wing senators outside of Bernie Sanders, so... I mean, it's better than fucking... it's better than a lot of other people that could have had. Fucking Gavin Newsom wiping out all the homeless people in California. Imagine if we had him instead. Jesus Christ. Yeah. That's kind of where I'm at with it. I'm just glad that we got a chance to stop him this time. And maybe we can empower some more progressive people along the way over the next few years. So the tides of history... I genuinely think that, like, we've dodged a bullet as, like, a planet. Basically, with Biden dropping out of the race. I actually think there's a road to victory now. So, that's good. You gotta take every victory at a time. It's like constant work, and that's... A lot of people I've noticed, and you go like, do you want to vote for this person? Do you want to go for that person? Stamping your foot and going, no, I want a unicorn, doesn't help anyone. And it does hurt a lot of people. So don't do it. Work on that shit the 3 years that we're not in an election cycle. You know what I mean? Like, work on it then. Work on it then. Because, like, I've had conversations with people where they're like, well, I want a third-party candidate. I want someone who's perfect in every way. And I'm like, okay, name someone. And they get angry with me. I don't know. You want to vote for... These are your options now. You have Donald Trump, Donald Trump. You have Kamala Harris, who's a cop, but is also pretty good in lots of other ways, but could definitely do more about fucking Gaza. Okay? Or... do you want the COVID-denying child rapist with brain worms? Or do you want the Green Party lady who supports Vladimir Putin's invasion of Ukraine? Those are your choices. I'm going with the cop. Sorry. Voting is literally a binary choice in the US. It's a mathematical theorem. Yeah, you need to spend a couple of decades breaking that down before you can seriously consider having a third-party candidate. But no one wants to put in the work to do that. They just want to bitch. They just want to bitch. While the fucking Nazis are marching down the street, they just want to bitch. I don't know. Fuck them. Frankly, I've been getting very frustrated with them lately because I don't know. I don't want the world to fall apart. I'm sorry that that's a bit cringe, but yeah, let's do Tardis Wiki Roulette. He also explains to himself that he helped facilitate the Unravel's work by foolishly adding... What are we looking at here? Oh, we're looking at equivalent. Who wrote this? Was it one of you? It's easier to track alternate timelines because of the simplicity, that's true. And a mysterious individual young woman known only as... Oh, I remember ... I remember her from the other day. That was good. That was good. Right. The show where we TARDIS a Wiki Roulette, eh lads? Oh shit, so my viewership went up significantly while I was rambling about the election. God damn it. Of course it did. Everyone type Zack Snyder in the chat, I guess. Oh dear. Alright, I'm gonna do this article because I know this is one you guys have been looking forward to. I'm gonna do this one now. I'm gonna do it properly and then we're gonna sign out, okay? One day after having a book found amongst a pile of rubbish they usually meant to throw out, wind up deciding to dispose of it, and moreover doing so via the special disposal chute of the nearby metatemporal support department. This has the unexpected event of erasing the Belgian-Dutch language variant from history itself, alongside anyone who spoke it. As the dictionary contributors convened to handle the crisis, they eventually decide to invent a new replacement language from scratch. Belgian courage to take Belgian Dutch's place in history. The head dictionary contributor of the department, however, realises that there is a greater power at work as the coincidences and strange events pile up. Not only their own mysterious coming, but also the appearance of the special disposal chute a short while ago, and the sheer presence of the Book of the English and the Book of the Belgian Dutch when they weren't supposed to be. The following day, Blank hurries on with their actual agenda, finding the inner reference room where the multiplicity keeps the books recording the life stories of all of their known staff. There they are confronted by the head DC, who guessed their intention of modifying the head DC's own lifebook to make themselves the leader of the department instead. Though unable to stop Blank from erasing them from existence by modifying and vandalising his book, the head DC reveals an even greater power called the Unravel is at play, manipulating probability through reality to maneuver lesser forces into carrying out modifications to history. He also explains that he helped himself facilitate the Unravel's work by foolishly adding the imaginary word esquivalence to the Book of Dutch, purportedly defined as to shirk one's official duties deliberately. As this tiny change rippled back into reality itself, it was in an act of esquivalence that the head DC passed the job interview process onto an underqualified underling, allowing Blank's entry into the multiplicity. That's good. However, Blank is undeterred by the head DC's pleas that they must all stop trying to rewrite reality to starve the Unravel of the tools it needs to effect its agenda. Thereafter, through a note that the word Unravel is somehow dangerous is added to the relevant entry, Blank fails to take advantage of the new job as head DC to further look into the Unravel. However, as portended by the title of a 1960s hit song, whose lyrics seem to allude to the entire fiasco, there is a twist at the end. Well done! The effects of the Unravel are far from universally negative. The addition of the concept of esquivalence to the patterns of history allows soulmates Sean Daltman and Corey Mayers, who would otherwise never have met despite being made for each other, to finally encounter each other and lead happy lives together throughout the 21st century. Guys, I'm gonna cry. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Whoever wrote this can write some fucking Doctor Who, man. That's good, man. That's good. I don't know. Yeah, I mean, obviously we're at the end of the show, but what a note to end it on. That's lovely. I don't know. That's wonderful. Like I said, you guys, love makes the world go round. You know what I'm saying? And that's a beautiful thing. Yeah, thank you for writing Zack Snyder in the chat, Xavier. 6_guy. America has fundamental problems that really need to be deconstructed, but there are just so many issues in place. I'm not sure it's possible. Anything's possible. Seismic change can happen in a single generation, my man. It just takes time. It's easier to imagine the end of the world before the end of capitalism, but the end of capitalism is likely to come before the end of the world. Just have hope and don't stop fighting. And on that note, I'm going to bid you all adieu, but I have to say this has been a lovely stream, and you're all wonderful people. Have a wonderful rest of the week, and I will see you all again on Tuesday when we begin this wild ride over and over again. So this has been TardisWiki Roulette, and bye!